Some of them are systematic issues that oftentimes the customer themselves may have caused inadvertently.
The head of the Texas Department of Transportation telling us drivers themselves are to blame for a lot of these problems. Yet you turned to KXAN when his agency couldn't help. And agency investigator Mike Rush learned handles millions of driver dollars every year in fines, revenue, and sometimes reimbursements.
Numbers are the name of the game for Miriam Kirk.
I'm a contract bookkeeper. I'm excellent at what I do.
Still, for someone who has spent decades communicating in calculations, there's one calculation you cannot crack. What is it?
TxTag.
For the last few years, Kirk says she's been in the dark about what she owes TxTag. But you get a bill, don't you?
No.
An invoice?
Nothing.
Instead of an itemized statement in the mail or online, she says she just gets the amount due. But that's only if she happens to look at her account on the website. You don't know if it's accurate.
No. How did they come up to that amount? You don't know, and it didn't tell you if there are any fees.
Kirk says she sent emails and called, but no satisfaction for this number cruncher who eventually gives in to the confusion.
What can you do? Pay it, or you get the late fees. I want it broken out. I want transparency.
From toll revenue to fine amounts and returns to customers, transparency is what KXAN Investigates was looking for when we requested financial information from TxDOT. The department did give us annual toll revenue for these 4 roads TxDOT operates in Central Texas. In fiscal year 2010, the toll revenue added up to more than $69 million. In 2022, the annual tally was more than $205 million in toll collections. When you hear numbers like that, what do you think?
Without having the financial report, that sounds like they sound like reasonable numbers.
Kevin Holflick is a professional engineer with more than 30 years experience. While he has no connection to TxDOT, he works for a national consulting firm advising agencies and states on building toll roads. They may not be popular with some drivers, but Holflick says tolls help build roads when gas tax revenue isn't enough.
Should every road be a toll road? Absolutely not. But there are some cases where toll roads make more sense than having no road at all.
Toll charges are one thing, but with complaints from drivers about escalating late fees.
Senate Transportation Committee will come to order.
State lawmakers passed a law in 2017 capping fees for delinquent toll users at $48 a year, but it only applies to TxDOT's toll roads, like the 4 we showed you in Central Texas. According to the TxTag website, if a driver doesn't pay a toll bill, a $4 late fee is added to the next month's bill. If the driver still doesn't pay, the same amount is added again for the following month. After 3 months with no payment, the debt can be turned over to collections.
I haven't received anything from them in 2 years.
As far as fines go, Kirk says it remains a mystery to her if she's paying them.
This is a document dump of when I asked for a statement, this is what I got.
What TxDOT has given Kirk during the time she's been complaining, she says, hasn't been helpful, like this long list of her cars that have driven on tolls and the charges, but still no breakdown of fees and fines, just like what she's been able to find online. So her solution:
if I don't have to be on the toll road, I'm not going on the toll road. I don't want to deal with it.
Mike, you said only TxDOT operated toll roads are subject to that $48 late fee cap, right?
That's right, Josh. In fact, we learned that other tolling entities have actually instituted their own caps.
And even with that, though, tolls are still big moneymakers, like the 4 state-capped toll roads that TxDOT operates here in the Austin area.
Absolutely, big money makers. In fact, SH 130, which is right behind us, the records show that it brought in the most revenue of those 4 roads last fiscal year, which is almost $128 million.
And how much of that revenue does TxDOT actually refund to drivers for system mistakes?
Well, that is a good question. In years past, we've reported millions given back to drivers related to those TxTag system upgrades. And we're still trying to get updated information on those numbers to see how that's fared now with all of the recent problems that we've been reporting.
All right, Mike, thank you very much.